continue to monitor this for you. Now, David Brown is joining me as well. David, are you ready to give a little
absolutely,
information?
Harvey, absolutely. Just to let you know,
shift over to you.
Sure, that this tornado warning is for that part of the state until 5:15 this evening. The actual storm, the storm cluster, is located just to the west-northwest of the Palmer area, located just to the east of Holyoke. So what we're going to do right now, we're getting indication that either the tornado is on the ground or just Doppler indicated. You can clearly see the areas of enhanced red, which to us suggests that this is indeed not only a severe thunderstorm, but also a storm that has the possibility of producing a tornado. What we're going to do now is put on our storm tracker, locating the storm just to the west of Holyoke. The actual storm speed is roughly at 15 miles an hour, moving due to the east. So areas like Bondsville, it's going to be in your neck of the woods within the next 38 minutes. And of course, this area is not that widely populated, but it is of concern the fact that this area was similar to the tornado warnings on June the 1st when we had those 3 tornadoes that moved through the Springfield area. We had the tornado that moved through the Munson area. We had the tornado that moved up and around the Springfield area. So this storm is obviously of concern. So what I'm going to do now is try to edit some of the actual storms, some of the actual locations to figure out where else the storm is going to be moving. And since this is not that populated, it's difficult to get some of the actual towns that are within the storm's path. So what we're going to do is put the actual storm into looping motion, and you can see it moving through the Connecticut River Valley, not at a very particular fast pace, but it is moving to the east roughly at 15 miles an hour. The storm is located just to the west of the Holyoke area, Chicopee, Springfield. Let's give you just a little perspective, zoom out just a little bit to show you that this is indeed across parts of central and western Massachusetts, in and around the Hampshire County area, the Hampton County area in western Mass. The cities of concern happen to be Chicopee in south central Hampshire County in western Massachusetts. The actual National Weather Service indicated that the Doppler radar indicated that this severe thunderstorm is capable of producing a tornado in and around the Chicopee area. So areas that we're concerned about happen to be Ludlow, Wilbraham, Palmer, and of course, and unfortunately, the Munson area. Now, of course, as Harvey mentioned, when a tornado warning is issued based on Doppler radar, it means that a tornado may actually be on the ground. So if you're in this part of the state, this indeed is the time to seek shelter. And unfortunately, coming just about 6 weeks after the round of tornadoes on June the 1st, you know what to do. Seek shelter in interior sections of your house, whether it's a safe place like a closet or a safe place like an interior section bathroom, or of course in the cellar area. Now I'm going to shift this position, move the storm, and show you that this is moving, not saying that it's moving towards Worcester County, the tornado itself, but the actual storm clusters are moving in and around central and western Massachusetts. Let me widen the view just a little bit. You can see on a line from Orange just to the east of Amherst, all the way down to Springfield, and just to the north of the Hartford, Connecticut area, what appears to be an actual squall line moving to the east. So we're going to continue to monitor this and give you updates. We are entering information. I know that Heather and Ed are gathering information even as we speak on the set, and Harvey is also getting some more information. And just to let you know that not only are we watching this severe thunderstorm warning and tornado warning, which is on the ground, but also a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 10 p.m. for this evening for northern Connecticut and Massachusetts. Not saying that the actual tornado is going to be affecting central or eastern Massachusetts, but right now until 5:15 we do have a tornado warning. I know Harvey's been gathering some more information, efforting some information for us right now. And Harvey, what do you have?
Okay, here's what we have, David. Trees are down on Locust Street. This is in West Springfield. That in itself doesn't necessarily confirm the tornado. It at least confirms a very severe thunderstorm. 3/4 inch hail has been reported. A funnel cloud has been spotted in Holyoke. Also, Holyoke from West Springfield looking toward Holyoke, also a funnel cloud was spotted. Now remember, a funnel cloud means there's rotation coming out of the base of the clouds toward the ground. If it does not make it all the way to the ground, it is not officially a tornado. So radar can see that rotation, and now we have some eyewitness reports that have been reporting some rotation, not necessarily reaching the ground, uncertain about that. Either way, minimally a very severe thunderstorm, 3/4 inch hail, as we mentioned. The downed trees are obviously due to the damaging winds. Now I want to advance through our system here to show you a few other things. This is the area that's affected by the tornado warning, as you saw over there. There's also severe thunderstorm warnings in effect where there aren't the tornado warnings in that area. See the blow up of the clouds here on the satellite imagery? That's the enhancement. That's the intensification. The heating of the day is enhancing this line as it moves off to the east. When it eventually gets closer to the coastline, it's questionable if it'll maintain all that strength because it didn't get as warm along the coast as it did over the interior. It took longer for the sun to come out, and there's also been a bit of an ocean breeze right along the shoreline. But right over here, that is what indicates that there is some rotation, at least at the base of the clouds, which is a few thousand feet up, and now we know there has been some reports of a funnel cloud right in there. See that? That's where that rotation is. It's very close to the Springfield area. That's the very, very potent cell, as you can clearly see it there. Lightning with this storm. You can see the concentration of it. Before it was right around I-91 and I-90. Now it's a little bit east of Springfield. As its cell travels east, the lightning accompanies it, moves right along the Mass Pike. Farther north along the squall line, lightning all the way on up to Amherst, as you can see as well. Remember, the tornado warning, as far as we know, is in effect until 5:15. Once the rotation is very significant on Doppler radar, the tornado warning gets issued. Then we wait to see the ground truth as to whether it makes its way to the ground. This is a very strong squall line moving off to the east-southeast with time. So we're obviously focused most on that possible tornadic cell. We're also focusing on the entire squall line itself because wind damage can occur anywhere along this particular squall line. Also, very, very heavy rains accompany it for a comparatively brief period of time as it is moving right along. So that's the information I have. I'm going to continue to look for more. David's on top of it, so is our news team. So right now, David, do you have a little more information for us?
Sure, we do. We are getting some reports of obviously the severe thunderstorm with the possibility of either a Doppler indicated tornado or a tornado actually on the ground in and around the Chicopee area. Reports from on the ground eyewitnesses saying in areas like Ludlow, visibility now near zero because of the intense thunderstorms that are moving through the area. You can see by the enhanced reds and purples just to the east of Chicopee and to the northwest of the Palmer area, right along the Mass Pike, right along 90 to the east of Holyoke. This intense thunderstorm pressing in through parts of extreme western central Massachusetts. What I'm going to do now is actually put on our storm tracker. We're going to put on the squall line, which not only gives the communities affected, but also indicates where the storm is moving, at what speed the storm is moving, and areas affected all along the storm's path. So we are getting indication that the actual thunderstorm is moving to the east roughly at 15 miles per hour. So Belchertown in about 5 minutes. Palmer, that would be an area of concern since you are right along the Mass Pike within the next 20 minutes, in Ware within the next 40 minutes. So all the indications are, once again, the storm is affecting far western Massachusetts from the Connecticut River Valley, beginning to edge in through central Mass, really developing in a very eerie pattern right along the Mass Pike once again. Areas of concern, we're getting some information from eyewitnesses that there are intense thunderstorms from Chicopee to Palmer, once again to the Munson area. Indicators that visibility below zero visibility below a quarter of a mile once again in and around this area. So we're continuing to monitor not only this one thunderstorm that has the possibility of producing a tornado, has a definite tornado